3 methods to increase your relationship value. Almost 90% of relationship failures stem from a single root cause, a disparity in the balance of significance. This dynamic plays out everywhere, from long-term marriages to fresh conversations on dating apps. In this discussion, we will explore the foundations of this equilibrium, identify the warning signs of a shift, and outline 3 practical strategies to secure a position of strength. We will also touch upon essential nuances for maintaining control effectively. Let us begin with a fundamental concept. Both partners possess a metaphorical hunger for attention and validation. While the natural instinct is to satisfy this need, providing too much attention creates satiety or even repulsion. Generosity is acceptable, but maintaining a slight emotional deficit is the absolute requirement for sustaining a partner's interest and affection towards you. The power dynamic is constructed from minor interactions, much like a building is composed of individual bricks. Consider who initiates text messages, who suggests meeting up, or who ends telephone conversations first. Even details like who uploads a photo first or asks for a date matter significantly. These seemingly trivial moments are the tools with which you manually shape the balance of significance. A common misconception suggests that highly desirable women are immune to these dynamics and require straightforward, fawning courtship. In reality, these women often struggle to find men capable of creating the necessary emotional scarcity. Most men follow a predictable, submissive pattern, which inevitably leads to mistakes. While objective value, such as wealth or appearance, is advantageous, it acts merely like a university degree. It helps you get the interview, but it guarantees nothing about your long-term success or job security. Controlling this balance effectively means managing your investments of emotion, finance, and, most crucially, time. Here are 3 methods to guide your behavior. The first approach is what I call safe mode. The ideal ratio here is 70-30. The partner should generate 70% of the initiative. You contribute the remaining 30% through compliments, planning, or care. If you are starting from a neutral place, you might begin at 50-50, move to 60-40 over the second week, and eventually stabilize at the desired 70-30 split. The second strategy is designed for those willing to take risks, often called the gambler's approach, and it works remarkably well. Initially, you deliberately tip the scales in the other direction, providing 70 or even 80% of the attention. However, this must be done without neediness. Be gallant and attentive, perhaps offering gifts or gestures of care. After a period of 10 to 14 days, you execute a sharp reversal, pulling back to the 30% level. This sudden contrast creates a powerful, stunning effect on the partner's psyche. The third technique involves controlled emotional unpredictability, or closer further. One day you might be highly responsive, and the next, you create distance or coldness. This inconsistency causes the partner to become emotionally hooked. While it may seem simple, this tool requires intuition to know exactly when to pull away and when to draw close. A key recommendation is to alternate these states frequently, every day or 2, rather than sustaining them for week-long periods. Special attention must be paid to arguments, as they can rapidly alter the power landscape. Adopt a strict rule. Once a conflict begins, never retreat. Taking the first step towards reconciliation can lead to a complete inversion of dominance. In a truly harmonious relationship, such power struggles should theoretically be absent. Their presence usually indicates an existing imbalance or a fundamental incompatibility with the partner. A partner will rarely surrender the dominant position willingly. Even if you establish a deficit early on, a test of strength is inevitable. Expect this struggle for control. When it happens, you must emerge victorious. Do not try to negotiate or discuss feelings during these moments. For instance, consider a scenario where a new acquaintance made a disrespectful joke during a call. The correct response was to immediately end the conversation politely but firmly. After ignoring subsequent attempts at contact, the dynamic shifted, resulting in an apology and a restoration of respect. It is vital to recognize the signs of declining significance. These include reduced initiative, apparent moodiness, a lack of affection, criticism, and wandering focus. When these symptoms appear, immediate action is required. Understand that a partner in a weak position generally cannot leave the relationship. If a breakup occurs, it implies the imbalance existed and grew unnoticed for a significant time. There are three common patterns for this decline. First is the linear fade, where interest drops gradually until the end. The second is similar, but accelerated by the appearance of a rival who provides the missing emotions. The third is a sudden switch, often caused by falling in love with someone else, where changes happen within a week. However, in the vast majority of cases, these scenarios only play out because the man did not hold the position of power to begin with. I have aimed to make this content dense and practical. If you found these insights valuable, please express your support through the usual engagement buttons and share this information with others who might benefit. I intend to produce such focused material more frequently. Until next time.